The essence of balance is detachment. To embrace a cause, to grow fond or spiteful, is to lose one's balance. After which no action can be trusted. Our burden is not for the dependent of spirit. May our third keeper. That's a really good quote. Why am I not capturing game audio? Why did my settings change in OBS? We'll just listen.
I was a kid. No parents, no home. Running messages and picking pockets to keep my ribs from meeting my spine. One night I saw a man. Folks just passed him by like he wasn't there. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck up on him and made a grab.
That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garrett.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man!
To see a keeper is not an easy thing, especially one who does not wish to be seen. We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone!
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
God, I love this game.
Welcome, young Garrett. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
I do like this tutorial, but I do think the guy talks too much.
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected. To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them. Good. Now you must learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
Very good. I did not hear you traverse the room.
Beyond this door is a hallway that will lead you to your next task. Now get your weapons. To pick up objects, select them by centering them on screen until they light up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free. Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice. Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power. Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets. Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training dummy and ready your sword. Swing at the target with the attack button. A quick tap will give you a slash. Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing on the practice dummy. Good job, you're ready for a live opponent. To practice against your partner, enter the cobbled sparring area. Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area. That's enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table. Would you care for some refreshment before we move on, young Garrett? Please pick up all of the items on this table. Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test. Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it. Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform. Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream. Good jump. This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall. Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and pull yourself up. Good job. I am most pleased with your progress. You have passed the last test for today. If you wish, you may stay to practice your climbing and jumping, or swimming, ducking, leaning, or crawling. When you are finished, you may return to your chambers.
Talks way too much. The most promising acolytes left us, not out of the lesser folly of sentiment, but the greater folly of anger. His heart was clouded, and his balance was lost, but his abilities were unmatched. Even then, we knew to watch him most carefully.
I have a simple job planned for this evening. Break into a guarded mansion, steal another fat nobleman's priceless trinket, and leave quietly. Lord Bafford is out of town, and rumor has it that the captain of his house guard went with him as a bodyguard. The time is ripe for a bit of burglary. The front gate of Lord Bafford's manor is always guarded, and the main street is far too exposed. But Cuddy tells me there's a better way in, around to the side, more out of the way. One guard, and likely no witnesses to complicate matters. The piece Cuddy wants is a scepter. Silver, jewels, the usual adornments. It should command a high price. Bafford, like most of his kind, probably keeps his treasures on the top floor of the place, close to his heart, and far from his servants. No point in waiting. I have Cuddy's old sketches of the place, and everyone who's going to be asleep inside already is. It's time to begin.
Sneak into Lord Bafford's manor and case the place. The well house in the back is your best bet if you can get the key from that guard. Blackjacking or pickpocketing him would be quietest. Find Lord Bafford's prized jewel scepter and redistribute it to yourself. Try to do it without causing too much commotion. In addition to pinching the scepter, steal 700 worth of valuables while you're in the manor. Don't kill anyone while you do the job. No servants, no guards, no pets, no one. Once you've achieved your other objectives, get out of the manor house and back to the city streets. No pets, it says. I wonder how this game would be if there was like dogs and stuff like that. Can you not clear? Whatever.
It's a few too many to try to get by
I'm going to the
here.
bear pits tomorrow. You want to come with? Couldn't pay me enough. What? You soft belly. The bears have got these new muzzles with underslung cheek spikes. Last time I was there, there was a real eye gouging. Nah, it makes me sick. When I was a kid. Huh, surprised you're even in this job.
Ooh, the blood, it just turns my poor tummy.
Shut up, you taffer. You want blood? You should have been there years ago. Tell you, the bears then, they were something to see. Those bears, they didn't need no cheek spikes and razor collars and paw hooks and all that knifery you straps to them now. No paw hooks? What'd they do? Just bump into each other? Huh? Nah.
Just walk straight through this.
Back then, they had claws as long as your finger and wicked teeth. Bears? You're toughing me. They look pretty mangy harmless, long as they're not wearing harness. That's why I can't stand the pits now. You don't know what you missed. They just don't make bears like they used to. Whoa! Killer bears! Would have liked to see that.
I always thought that was interesting. It's like a subtle thing.
Quiet enough now. Oh well.
But like with the city and other things, like nature itself is like decaying, kinda. They don't build bears like they used to. How's it going?
How's it going?
Only one guard. Still, it'd be nice to get the drop on him.
Hey there, friend.
Could you possibly
with the
be any
crazy
more
get-up?
helpful? Since I'm in here, I might as well pick up something for myself. Inside at last.
I've been thinking. The sir could really beef up security some.
What do you mean? What's wrong with us?
Well, we're fine. But I've been thinking we should watch the outsides more.
That's stupid. People to worry about there on the inside.
No, then you catch them before they get inside, you taffer.
Oh!
Oh.
Intruder! Ah!
Oh.
Ah!
Not sure what some of these rooms are supposed to be. I guess just empty storage. I'm curious if this is actually underneath where like the pool is or something else.
I swear, I've never seen a river this long.
Drought 12 years back, that was almost as bad as this.
Then the little comments like that, that's the same sort of thing. They're all like,
You can nearly walk across up at Shalebridge.
Wouldn't Newmarket love that?
little things about nature dying, pretty much. Well, I'm gonna knock you guys out.
I'm harmless.
Sorry about that, friends. It's nap time. Here. You get to go there. You get to go here. You're all one big happy family. Oh! You still sleeping? You okay there, buddy? Okay. Strange. You know what? That's gotta be bad for your back. I'll get you a bed. It's T-posing. Good enough. I don't think there's anything in these rooms either. I swear they strategically placed that lamp right next to his head. Because you could very easily do that and miss him, and then he gets freaked out. Well, now he has nowhere to go. I think there's a note. Cedric. Please speak to cook about last night's dinner. While technically the menu conformed to my instructions, I suspect that the lamb was somewhat older than this spring's, and I am in no way fooled by his practice of warming the salad to disguise wilting. If Cook is incapable of finding adequate ingredients, he can be replaced, and if he offers those same excuses about the stone market shortages, please remind him that the grocery budget is a good 50% above last year's figures, and even he should be able to procure adequate victuals at those prices, Lord Bafford. Wait a second. I'm trying to remember how this connects. Oh, okay, yeah. Hello. Drunk man.
Hey, what was that? I heard that. Stop right there.
It's something I never do very often in this game, is actually like chuck stuff around to distract people. And this is where you escape at the end of the mission. But it usually ends right away, so I've never, like, don't really always get opportunities to, like, look around. Too bad this doesn't open. 'Cause this connects back to the very beginning. I don't think there's much out here, though. Like, at all. They didn't even bother to build, like, fake storefronts or anything. For the most part. And that's the well that you jumped down into, I think. Okay. Well, not much here. Someone up there. That is the front door. I thought there was a note on one of these walls, but maybe it's on the other side. To all staff. The sir will be taking his dinner and evening out tonight, so domestics and manservants have the night free. Housekeep is still expected to finish the quarters and the general polish. The house guard is not to find this an opportunity to shirk, and lapses will be brought up with the sir, Cedric. Oh. I think he's coming back. Up. I don't want to go there quite yet. Anything in here? You up early as heck. Kinda, yeah. Hello, Aubrey. How are you? I woke up early, and I'm like, I got nothing better to do. I feel like playing Thief. I might as well stream it. So here I am. Oh yeah. This is back over here. I was just thinking about it. I don't remember what triggered the thought in my head, but like half the time when I play this game, I'm like going through it quickly or some other thing. And it's like, I just want to like play the game and like enjoy it and like read the stuff and look at things. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Right now I'm on this side again. Okay, I guess I can go upstairs. Someone's walking around here, I think. Maybe that was one of the guys I knocked out already. Unless this guy comes up here. Hey, buddy. Hey, guy. Oops. Oh, okay. Then he scared me because he turned. So he does come up here.
I think I saw something. That's the last time I jumped for rats.
Rats. Must have been rats. Where'd he go? Is he in there? Yeah. Oh shit.
Did you see something? No. Over there. Don't see anything now.
Yeah, that's not suspicious. Just saw my friend collapse and the light went out. Can't see anything now. Loaf of bread. Did I go up here? I think so. That goes to the front door. Oh boy. Why would you have a guy that patrols like from there to there?
Someone behind me?
No.
Nothing to be seen now.
Nope. Don't fall. Okay. Can't kill anybody. Or it's game over for me. Nothing. This is the same place, but on the other side now. $700 dues. I always like stuff like this too. Just like the subtle, you'd never notice this kind of stuff. But like, there's the final boss of the game. Just like on a painting on a wall on the first level. And you sort of have, at this point, no idea. At least for a long time, actually, you have no idea, like, that's even part of the game. Spoilers. Oh. Can't believe you just spoiled that for me. Oh, shoot. Dang. Dang, let's rewind to 1998 or whatever and won't be a problem anymore. Shoot. What is this supposed to be? I have no idea.
Who's there? Hello?
Hello.
Your dog meat. Come back out here, you taffer!
Wasn't sure if that would actually get him to stop. Oh shit, it didn't work. Hit him. Uh-oh.
Take that!
Ouch. There you go. Excuse me while I eat these 8 apples. Entire loaves of bread. This guy's so rich he's got a frickin' pool. He's got 2 pools. He's also got the big one in the middle of the house. I always like this sort of little path because it's like you're really, it almost feels like you're going down in like a super little secret place, and it is. His little hidden study. Except he's got a big fucking window here. So all the servants can peep on him. But he's got his like diary. Or his like ledger, I guess. 32434. I remember, I think it was with you, Aubrey. You asked me like, what year does the game take place in? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Because they don't really talk about it. They just, I don't know what 34 is supposed to be. They never really like outright say what it is. 1934. I'm sure that makes sense. Trek bound. Because what is he saying? What the hell's going on with Dreckbaum? Even if Ginny's grafting, he damn well ought to be more subtle than this. If it's not turned around in another week, toss it up to Ramirez as breach. And Ramirez is another guy you end up encountering. And he's, I guess they're just trading money with each other, paying and getting paid for stuff. Oh yeah, there's a key there too. 1934. I don't know why that's so funny, but it is. Oh man. I have missed something. I was gonna say, I feel like I missed something. I need to go in his bedroom. In his library still. What the fuck is that thing supposed to be? Little dragon or something.
I wonder if he reads them or if it's just for show.
Thought he wasn't going to say the line. His iconic line, Lord Bafford, a recent delivery of antiquities from Beaune, contains several items which we felt might be of interest to you. Descriptions follow, but you are welcome to drop by our shop to examine them or our other goods in person. An ornamental scepter, 3 feet in length. The body of the stave is weirwood, carved in the star and dot pattern. 6 inches of the ferrule, I don't know what that means, and 5 inches of the grip are bound with burnished copper overlaid by ink and glaze craquelure varnish. The crowning feature of this magnificent piece, however, is the 6-inch teardrop-cut cloudstone, one of the finest of its type we have seen. A treasure box of 2 feet by 3 feet of silver birchwood. The lid is of inlaid pearline and onyx, and a maze pattern carved into the wood. The feet are lion paws, each clutching a crystal globe. The inside of the box contains 2 principal compartments, one with glass shelves and one without. Beneath the compartments is a lockable 2-inch false bottom for your most valuable treasures, Grimworth and De Perrin, fine antiquities and precious relics. So that was the scepter he bought. Anyway. Papyrus. Milordy Bafford. Speaks he sell to Ginny. Ginny? Did you bid? Dreckbound, the Hammerhearts have been afoot, a skulk, a ferreting about, grabbing many a one to vanish in the cold stone down below their 4G chained cells. Tooks they your dealer Tarkis in the clutches night past, and 2 patrons as well, named of Lisal and Ryan, scupped up as they left. And these not the first, cries Ginny. Little wonder, then, if Dreckbound grows sparse come these days. Of course, the lack of blame to one hand, but I give Ginny a firm understandsy. Blood and doom in the whole book. So he'll be learning him and all he can about how to turn the hammers off him, never you fear. About your Victoria, nothing yet. Walks she an inch above the ground for all the dirt of her footprints I have found, Dominic. So, you also get a reference to Victoria in the first mission, who comes into play later. And apparently he was like trying to investigate stuff about her, but found nothing. Bunny hop our way over here. Okay, yeah, and there's this other pool. Gonna do this without fucking up. I fucked up. I guess this is where I want to go anyway. Secret passage.
Who's there? Is someone there?
Ouch. Did he? I shot I shot the gong to distract him. He got spooked and hit the gong to set off the alarm. I guess. That works.
It's a throne room. How pretentious can you get?
I still like... I played the demo version of Thief. Oh god, that was probably months ago. Relatively recently. And you'd get here and you'd grab...
Here we go.
You'd grab the scepter and it would pop up with this advertisement like, buy the full game now and explore the blah blah blah. I thought that was kind of funny. I have to look at what that says again. Okay, I think we just gotta leave now, right? Leave and somehow try not to kill anybody. Gosh, we did it. Bum, ba, ba, bum. I think I'm gonna look that up real quick. I think I took a clip of it. It just makes me laugh. Clips. You've played the demo, now play the game. Let's listen to Past Me. You've played the demo, now play the game. Congratulations, you found the scepter. In the full version of Thief, you'd be about to win your and look at these Plus, you'd screenshots. get lots more missions, enemies, and thieves' tools. Plumb the depths of the lost city or loot the crypts of the ancient bone horde. Shadow sinister characters through the streets of the city and liberate your partners in crime from the infamous Crag's Cleft prison. This is awesome. Try this mission again. Choose different power-ups in your loadout. Try a loot goal from a higher difficulty level, or try a different strategy. Order today from Eidos Interactive online store, or purchase at a retailer near you. Look at these cool screenshots. Say the same shit. If I played this demo and saw this, I'd be like, I gotta buy this game. I was literally thinking of saying that exact same thing. So I'm in tune with myself. That's good. Hi, Nightmare Thief. Yes, we're playing. It is early in the morning and we're playing Thief Gold. That is an accurate statement. And we're watching all the cutscenes. We're enjoying the story. before death came, the liars were made to feast upon the hands of the thieves, and the thieves were made to ingest the tongues of their liar brothers. And we praise the master builder for his judgments, the Hammer Book of Tenets.
I went to Cuddy's place to deliver the scepter, but Cuddy wasn't there. He'd been arrested by the Hammerites. Apparently they didn't approve of his occupation, and I doubt they approve of mine. So hopefully they'll never catch sight of me when I break him out of their prison. Which is what I'm going to do. They're holding Cuddy in a mining complex carved out of a quarry. The quarry's flooded, but the Hammers still work the top-level mines and have converted part of the complex into a penitentiary for those who violate their tenets. An associate of mine was confined there and has provided me with a map. It would be difficult to get in by way of the main gate, but there is another option. The mines break the surface of a hill south of the quarry. I'll drop into the mines and head for the prison, which will be found somewhere uphill and to the north. The Hammers don't venture into these lower mine levels because they're reputed to be haunted. I'd rather not have to do this job, but Cuddy's a reliable fence, and I don't appreciate the Hammerites abducting him. And he owes me money for the Bafford job.
He owes me money, most importantly. I don't like saying specifically where I live on stream, but I live in Central Time Zone. So I'd be an hour behind Eastern Time, I guess. Break from Crag's Cleft Prison. Your map doesn't show the way through the mines, so you're going to have to scout around to make your way to where they hold the prisoners. Cuddy still owes you for the Bafford job. Break him out and you'll get your cash. You've had your eye on Basso the Boxman's sister for a while now. If you break him out of Crag's Cleft, she'll probably be very grateful. Isit the beggar borrowed your lucky hand of glory, and knowing him, probably hid it from the Hammer's body search in ways you'd rather not think about. Oh, God. Get it back! There's bound to be some pricey religious icons in any Hammer complex. Try to come out with at least 1,000 worth of their stuff. Escape from the prison with Cuddy and Basso the Boxman. And Basso's actually the guy in the first mission of Thief 2. A true professional doesn't leave a mess. Don't kill anyone. Tip. We better get the tip. And the hot tip. And healing potions, because they get hurt all the time. Break from Craig's. I already have a save. Here we are. You. I do think it's interesting that, like, because I'm on a higher difficulty, they change even what buttons are on the elevator, so you can't just go straight to the top. Well, the one thing I never do is go down. Because there's spiders, I'm pretty sure. But there's like money, I think. Leave me alone. And or a moss arrow. Oh my god. Yeah, when I first played this, I had no idea there'd be monsters, and I remember, I'm blanking on the name of the mission. Strange Bedfellows, I think. That mission always scared me when I was a kid. Like, I could not play it. Oh my god, zombies. Now we're back here. I know that's what some people complain about with this game, is they wanted more just straight up heist stuff. But instead the game has got a lot of like the horror elements and stuff. Give you a host. Thanks, Sniper Thief. Which I like, I don't know. I like both things, I guess, but I honestly think some of the missions, or even fan missions, that are just straight up go into this place and steal some stuff and leave, is not the same as like something that mixes the things, or like even the horror-based kind of maps. So I don't know. I've always preferred Thief 1. For that reason. Also, you can't bunny hop in Thief 2. What the heck is up with that? I could kill some of these zombies, but I want them to bunch up. Maybe we don't bother killing them. We don't need to. They're annoying though, so they should get the heck out of here. Where's this go again? No, I don't think it should be a survival horror, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil or something like that. To me, it's always, I've always enjoyed like the atmosphere and the exploration, and you can have it be spooky and horror and stuff without, and maybe even occasional like a little kind of puzzle thing without it being like, I don't know, having to worry about, I don't know, when I think of Silent Hill and stuff like that, there's like resource management you have to worry about and stuff like that, which is different. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Striving to learn our teachings.
He's still having a conversation. Man, can we just talk this out? I wanted to hear your conversation. I'm not gonna load my save game. I don't even know where I saved. Yeah, no. Buddy. Friend. Whoa. Ouch. I mean, they work in a factory. Let's... I feel like there's a bunch of gold somewhere back here that I did not go to. That's where that elevator is. My only complaint... the default zombies being so hard to kill. If you can even kill them. Here we go, this is what I was thinking of. Not a lot, but there's some. And I think they might fight each other too.
By the builder, show thyself.
Come on. Where are you at? Oh shit. I'm down here. He's probably just gonna attack me. He's just gonna attack me. Great. Oh, he lost me already.
Not stay in shadows forever.
Hast thou noted anything? There was something a little while ago.
Yeah, kick his ass. Kick his ass, zombie.
Split and I'll leave here.
Get him. No. Zombie, you're too slow. They're in cahoots now. Okay. Okay. What happened? He killed the zombie. He actually exploded the zombie. Guy, you gotta leave me alone.
Feel the spike of thy...
Okay. I didn't think he'd explode the zombie. Thought he would just knock it down. It's dead. Huh. Bonk. They hate Garrett so much they decided to work together. Sad truth. Say it isn't so. No, I did not know about their hammers. Oh.
Clanky metal grating. I better tread softly.
Hey, thanks.
Hello? Who art thou? All is silence now. Who art thou then?
I always like this. The very own hammer.
Where camest thou?
Man, I'm screwing this up. I wanted to listen to some of their conversations, but instead they just don't know I'm here.
Nothing thou shalt
Swing with me and end this villain's life.
You don't have any flash bombs. Oh shit. Oh! Okay. I got. Continuing on.
In truth, I have never heard such carrying on as this thief's pawned cutty.
One would think these scum had never faced tribulation in their lives.
For a time, I thought Block 4 might never sleep again for his coughs. But he quiets now.
Good. Death or durance 'twill be the same for him in the end.
Yes, exactly. Jesus.
Hath someone come?
No.
Hammer, anvil, forge, and fire. Chase away the hoofed liar. Roof and doorway, blood and beam. Chase the trickster from our dreams.
Chase the trickster from our dreams. I was always confused. Like that thing is the camera. Like how the hell am I supposed to know that? It's like hard to tell where it's even looking half the time too at a glance. Sneak through the mines in the factory to the Hammer prison.
If thou be there, be
Stand forth and speak thyself if
Okay.
thou be there. All seems peaceful now.
Yeah. Must have been rats. Those guys look the same as each other.
Hast someone come?
His mark is no longer upon the life of the city, and the taint of the trickster will always seek
The noise has
entrance.
stopped. It was no doubt nothing.
This guy's... Oh. This guy's not here except on expert either.
Identify thyself. Is someone there?
Oh shit. Not being very stealthy. Oh, he...
Thou
fuck.
shalt not escape me. I shall spy thee ere long.
Cuss mine.
I shall not.
Chase away the hoofed.
'Twas just the wind then.
Just the wind.
Stand forth and speak thyself if thou be there.
I have to be the one down here guarding all this and that. Always people I have to work with are so incompetent.
It was only a rat.
Tis a bit windy, yes. Hey, Broken Hearts. How are you doing? Jesus, guys. They're really not enjoying their prison time here.
What was that?
There's nothing there now.
Tis nothing. Out you go, my friends. Sipping coffee, enjoying the morning. I'm doing pretty okay. Woke up this morning and didn't have anything else I felt like doing, so I'm like, I'm just gonna play Thief and I should stream it. Yeah, I'm in the US. There you go. That is the beggar's... Is it the beggar hand? Or wait, no. Get your lucky hand of glory back. Yeah, this is a secret morning coffee stream. Won't ask what happened to this guy. Oh, I never read my tip or my hot tip. Word on the street is that the Hammers are eager to take back the top level of the haunted mines because there's a specially blessed holy water font there. Thanks for that. That's useless. According to Dickett, a heretic who was recently let out of Craigscleft, Cuddy is being held in cell block 4. Okay. That was 1. Let's go to 2. Yeah, I was saying this earlier that I still prefer... I almost like Dark Project, like the straight-up original game, more than Gold for various reasons, but I still prefer Thief 1 to Thief 2. I'm not a huge fan of the missions that they added.
Be someone there?
And they changed certain things on other missions as well. Nothing wrong with liking any of them, really, but yeah, that's my reference. Fingers crushed. Ew. Jackablade died neath righteous punishment. Well, it seems like they just added extra missions, not cohesive. Yeah. Well, even Thief 2, if I remember right, they pretty much made just a bunch of random missions and then tried to make a story that fit around it, kind of. Which makes it feel a little weird sometimes, too, I think. Was there anything in here that I needed? Right, yeah, those two missions. If you can call them two missions. First time I played that, I was very confused and was trying to complete the mission when I wasn't supposed to. And I even got up into the second or third floor or wherever that is, where the masks are and stuff. Through a lot of effort, and you can't even do it. You can, I don't remember, the masks are either not there or you can pick them up and it just does nothing. What's over here? Just go back to the factory. Yeah, okay. And I honestly don't like any mission where you can't get spotted or it just instantly ends. Or if it's the kind of mission where you can't even knock people out. I really don't like that. I kind of went a weird way to get here, but... Because I love knocking people out. I'm not gonna lie. 2, we went to 2, let's go to 3, I guess.
If thou be there, bespeak thyself. My imagination does run over much.
My imagination does run over much. Why didn't you stop that guy who broke into our dungeon? I thought it was my imagination.
Hurry! Over here! Save me!
Ticket heretic. I thought that was an object on the table. It was his hammer sticking up. Wedding thief in real life, yeah. Not sure if I've done that or not. I probably have.
Well, there's Basso. If he weren't unconscious, it'd be simpler, but now I'll have to carry him out.
You got a problem there, guy? Do I need anything else? I gotta release Cuddy, loot some stuff. Snap, snap, puppy. Is he in here? No? I'm gonna leave you right there. And also go in here. Oh shit. I didn't think there was two guys.
Thou shalt bleed yet, villain. Bring thine arms to mine aid.
Okay. Felix. Cuddy, I got me a big one, I does. The Horn of Quintus, Cuddy. Can be paying off some debts with this one, believe you me. I got me a map drawn by some dead old bugger, which shows a way in. I know it's down there in the Bone Horde, just like they always said. They say that the dead walk down there, but it's worth the risk, ain't it? The way I hears it, the sound of the horn echoing will lead me right to the thing. I'm leaving you a copy of the map in case anything happens to me down there, but more's the chance that I'll see you topside making a toast with the finest wine to be had. See you then. You didn't even make it to the Bone Horde. Poor guy. He died in some prison sewer instead of in an undead-infested tomb. How disappointing. Oh, they knocked out this guy. I like how he... Oh, it's a gal. That's why I'm like landed kind of in a interesting pose. I'm stuck. Anyway. Oh shit. Yes. That's something you could say in real life. Art thou afeard to face me man to man? What? Hey. What are you doing?
The hammer of righteousness shall fall heavily.
Cuddy, thief's pawn, palms scalded daily. Ouch. What did I just hear? Oh shit. I'm like, did that guy just throw a fireball at somebody? It sounded like a guy shot a little magic bolt. And I guess he did.
Alright, old man. Let's get you out of here and me my money.
Cuddy, can you at least look at me?
Afraid you're gonna be disappointed?
Good
Look
thing
me in the
you're
eye.
dying, Cuddy, or I'd have to kill you for stiffing me. Again.
Snap, snap, puppy. But I owe you, so... Felix went after the horn.
I've seen it happen before where that guy
left me as
That guy
never
actually bust out of his prison
Hammer's
and
got
killed
to
Cuddy
put him in
before.
there. Evidence box.
I've only ever had that happen
Loot
once.
collection, more like. Upstairs. Officers' quarters. Once you're up there, hidden passage. If damp hadn't rotted my lungs.
And he probably got shot at or something and got scared and turned or something happened. But yeah, Cuddy, rest in peace. You damp-lunged bastard. Deep spawn. Okay, now we gotta go to number 1. And we knocked this guy out already.
This must be how they spend all those tithes.
Is that the...
I was like this. Peek through the little hole.
Heard thou? Terrius, seeking to save his purse, didst buy his new knife from the Shemenovs, not our smiths.
How durst he? Had he no shame?
He certainly hadst fill of shame when his blade did snap at supper.
Ha. The Shemenov are shoddy craftsmen. Tarius is well learnt on it. And the builder said, if the foundation is weak, do wail and gnash your teeth. Do ask it to repour itself. Nay, tear it down and begin anew. So shall it be with all my children, whether they be stone, flesh.
I don't remember if that guy fights or not. Wondering, can I just do this?
Thy arm must be stronger to touch me.
Timmy!
Let's take a break and read this book. When I was cold, thou taught of hearth and roof beam. When I was hungry, thou taught of pot and cauldron. When I was beset by foes, thou taught of spear and shield. Thy hammer pounds the nail, holds the roof beam. Thy hammer strikes the iron, shapes the cauldron. Thy hammer in my hand unto my foes.
With me, my brother.
Our God is tested!
My armor is proof against the likes of thee. Thinkest thou that harmed me?
Just the way that they talk. Thinkest thou that harmed me?
Thou shalt not hide forever.
Oop.
Fly swift and true.
What?
Thou shalt not escape the builder's hammer.
You want to come over here more? Like maybe I'll just leave him.
What's your last warning?
You're too clever. It's okay. Secret wine stash. Also, I kind of just like they got a little room where it's like you just stare at a hammer on the wall. It's like if that doesn't tell you what you need to know about their religion. Brother Keybond, I charge thee to organize a search detail for that jackblade Nammon. Somehow he hath slipped his bonds, whilst Brother Inquisitor didst turn for but a moment. Now he hath escaped with half the contents of the evidence box. Brother Carpenter hath reported a commotion to the west, whilst he was repairing the stocks. Start thou there. If the wretch be not found soon, doubtless he hath succumbed to the rigors of his interrogation. In truth, I would rather find him in a search now than by the reek later, and who knows what may become of his mortal frame should he reach the haunted mines. Gotta wonder what they think of that. Like, we've got our like little temple. Just built right on top of some haunted mines.
Thy trickery shall not last.
Come on. There's something in here. I did not think that would work. I forget what's over here. If anything. Not a lot. There's a hammer I threw out the window. Okay. So yeah, we just gotta get out of here with old Basso then.
Knowledge is our weapon, with which we carve a path to an enlightened future. Vigilance is our shield that protects us from the squalid past. Knowledge is our weapon. Who goes there? Halt!
Oh, no, that didn't work. Then maybe he'd turn. Jeez, I sneezed. So we left Basso over here. Hi. Let's go over here. Hope you don't drown, Basso. This goes here. What's over here? But here. I don't remember this little spot here. Well, I guess I'm just not used to looking back this direction at the window. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. No, this is... Oh, okay, never mind. This is how you get here. Okay. I could never remember how you get here. Mission complete. Nice. Okay. All right. And the man-fools piled rock on rocks and raised a treesy roof. Hammers, saws, tear the skin of goodsy wood and laughs at the woodsy lord. And when learns the lord of this, he sends his beastesses to the man-fools, who attacks and hammers, saws their useless fleshies, and build him a house of thy rotting skins.
I was pissed at Cuddy for a good while after the prison debacle. But hey, you can't blame him for what the hammers did to him. So I decided to go after that horn Felix talked about. Not like I had a whole lot of choice, really. The rent is due. My landlord's even tougher than the hammers. The map's pretty specific about where the entrance is. Too bad it's not as clear about where the horn is. Felix did some scrounging before he left, and his notes say the horn is in the tomb of some nobles. The Quintus family. Guess I'll just have to explore. Felix, always helpful, also said that the catacombs are supposed to be haunted. I think I'll go make some inquiries about where a heretic like me can get some holy water. Always go prepared.
Okay. You know, I've said this many times, but it's like part of why I like Garrett as a character. It's like he's not Robin Hood. He's not the Royal Protector. His motivation for doing any of this stuff, the rent is due. It's like you just stole a few thousand gold worth of whatever. What'd you do with it? I don't know. Just spends it on himself. And he still lives in like a shitty apartment. Like he's not trying to be rich. He just doesn't want to have a normal job. So he just steals shit. Okay. Down the Bone Hoard. Search through the ancient Bone Hoard and procure the legendary Horn of Quintus. In addition to garnering the Horn of Quintus, find and steal the fabled gemstone, the Mystic Soul. I always thought the extra things on this mission were kind of wacky. What use do the dead have for their treasures anyhow? Relieve them at least 2,000 worth of valuables. The Mystic's Soul had a sister stone called the Mystic's Heart, also thought to be in the Bone Hoard. Find it, make it yours. Once you have what you came for, get back to the surface. He's a bit of a vigilante. Maybe like within his morality. I don't know. And like when it comes to the band missions, you can't really consider it like canon necessarily, but they're still cool to see people's like interpretation of different things. Rope arrow. We got 8 rope arrows. Let's get a bunch of holy water. I think he's kind of just like a in nerdy D&D terms, he's kind of like a very chaotic neutral, just kind of character. He doesn't want to save the world, but he sort of finds himself in the position of like, well, shit. No one else is going to be able to do this except me. It's like, do I really want to stop the trickster from destroying the world? I mean, this isn't going to pay my rent. But I guess if there's no world, that kind of sucks, so. Is there something up here? I feel like there's something in one of these little rooms. Yeah, there is.
Way down.
Long way down. Oh shit! Wow. That was an accident. Whoa, he's doing slide moves. He's shuffling. I've had enough. If Felix wants to stay and be killed, that's his business. But the pay is not good enough to keep me down here a minute more. We already lost Dranko to those damn belching Burks. And Marcus didn't make the jump across that huge chasm. He probably drowned if he wasn't dashed to bits. I thought about looking for his body as he was carrying some loot from a poorly guarded tomb, but it wasn't worth the risk. Then we watched Catcher get filled with arrows from a clever trap in one of those great octagonal vaults. Not that I cared one whit for Cather, the bastard, but I have no intention of ending up the same way. I don't expect I'll see Felix again. He seemed sure that the Horn of Quintus was somewhere north of the vaults, but I think that was just a guess. I thought those strange X-shaped marks off that branch of the Berg tunnels were worth investigating, but Felix said they were irrelevant. Anyway, if the traps and zombies don't get him, the Bergs will. Those tunnels were a nightmare. At least our marks were mostly still intact. I'm almost out, but I need to sleep. I think the place I've found is out of the way enough that the zombies won't find me. Well, heck. I think they found you. Alaris. Healing potion. Was there anything else around here? I don't think so. Aha. Passed away yesterday. Dang. That's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that. I know there's a lot of people that know each other just from the community and stuff, which is very cool. So that's sad to hear. Dang. I've had this. Maybe he'll do it. Come on. Maybe I gotta hit you with this, sir. Will he do it? Probably not. Sometimes when they'll like turn their heads to look at you while they're still lying on the ground, and it just looks weird. I don't think he's gonna do it. I'm sick of hearing him scream at me. Go. Which way do I go? This way? Yes. Just a magically teleported in boulder. Burke. I don't remember what's back here. A hole. I always like those little bird emotes. I think somewhere around here there's one of the dead thieves. Oh yeah. Forgot about this. Can I pick that up? Oh, okay. I thought I was highlighting this guy for some reason. I remember... I forget who it was. Someone who had never seen Thief played before was like, why are they glowing when you look at them? It's like, that's how you know you can pick them up. It appears I was wrong about the mystic's heart, and I will die for my mistake. The ancient tablet I found said the heart would be in a room of statues whose gaze is death. But though there are statues here, it's clear to me now that this is not that place. I dare not go back down. The Burks prowl below in numbers, angered at my intrusion. Unless they leave... Wait, the heck, I lost my line. Unless they leave, I will starve in this godforsaken place. Zach! Hello, hello. 17 months, damn. Let me shout you out. It's auto-correcting to one of your emotes instead. I don't want that to happen. There we go. And Aubrey was here earlier too. You should check out Aubrey. But yeah, Zach, how are you doing? Was there no loot here? Movie and gym day, nice. Whoa! And gifted a sub to Nightmare Thief. Thank you, Zach. Totally not necessary, but appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Anyone with thief in their name, and it's a thief stream. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, what the? There's a little lip edge there. And now you have access to all these wonderful emotes that I need to update sometime. Geez, Zach, what are you doing? Thank you, Zach. Gifted to Broken Arts. I wonder, can I get a... Because I just have the little star. I wonder if I can change that to something else, too. Not sure. I'd have to look. Probably. Yes, thank you. I can hear it. It's very quiet. The horn of Quintus is in the distance. I know I've seen at least 2 fan missions that Broken Arts has been referenced in. There was that one that you were here for, where it was like a letter addressed to you to like repair something. And then there was another time I was playing some mission where like, I think it mentioned Broken Arts as a name, as like part of a secret or something like that. I forget exactly what it was. I don't even remember what mission that was for sure. Do I need to go down here? Ouch. It might have been that, yeah. The ultimate Easter egg. Because I remember it wasn't working at first, and I had to like reload a save and go back and do something, or like there's an item you have to pick up or do something and I couldn't figure out where it was. Felix doesn't care, but we've definitely found signs that Adolfo has been here before us. I don't know if he found that fabulous gemstone he always said was here, but if it's still here, it's worth more than the lousy horn of quintuplets, or whatever the thing is called. If I'm reading the signs right, Adolfo was convinced something useful was deep down below the Burrick tunnels. It's very specific on what you have to do. Yeah, and I think I screwed it up one time, so I had to like go back and redo it, but we eventually got it working. I remember right, there's a little tunnel over here. Maybe not. Is it below? Or I'm thinking of a different place, maybe. I'm kind of stuck down here. Unless I cross over. Uh-oh. Oh no. This just goes here. Is this the same place? Yeah. Yeah. I think when you knock them out, they just like fall face first. Now we're here. No loot. feel like I've missed something, but maybe I'm misremembering where it is. What did they use to make the Burrick sound? I don't know. I do think it's funny. Like when you've played some of these older games, I don't know if like the sound effects were just part of some generic pack or if they become kind of like open sourced kind of at some point. But I've definitely heard like people use like the same door sounds or like zombie sounds and stuff sometimes, whether it's in a mod or if it's in something else. That's where I just went in, right? I think. Yeah. I always get confused by this place. I know how to get it to exactly where the Horn of Quintus is, but all the other stuff I still get confused about. Also, there's a ton of zombies here. And you can kill them all. I'm so close. I hears the sound of the horn echoing all around. That coward Sutter, he left me an hour ago, after Cather blundered into a trap, but you can bet I'll be finding the prize on my own. It seems that I'm not the first grave robber to muck about in these halls. The infamous Adolfo was down here, probably after one of the richer but heavily warded treasures. It looks like he failed, the poor bugger. This part of the tombs is filled with traps, and there's no way I'm plundering some of these crypts. But the horn's gonna be mine, I know it. If the rumors are true, the sound of the horn should be keeping any local Burricks happy and peaceful like, with no thoughts of bothering old Felix. My only trouble now be my dwindling supply of holy water. I thought there would be a font in this area, but I'm blasted if I can find it. And the dead seem to be getting restless about something. Oop. I know I was down here one time. Let me look out here real quick. And I just like...
Tombs with piped-in music. How classy.
This is how it expected me to get in. This just goes here. Okay. You can like blast all these zombies and I killed... There's way more than I ever realized are down here. Especially if you wake up like all these ones and stuff. Oh my god. I may have made a mistake. Shut up. There's so many of them. Oh my god. I love how they T-pose right before they explode. hear that? Silence. I'm sure there's more of them. Of course there's more of them. I know it's definitely easy to, like, you're trying to run around and avoid them, and then there's, like, they get all bunched up and block your path and stuff, and it's just like, oh no. There's no loot in here. Murad. I don't think there's anything on the higher levels. I'm not sure how you'd get to them anyway. There's one thing over there. How long have you played Thief? I mean, I played it when it was brand new, and I was young, like a lot, but I was also young and stupid. And then I didn't play it for like many years until I'm not sure what inspired me to want to play it again, and I like played it and then realized like, wow, this is like my favorite game. Yeah, I'm really not sure what like convinced me to come back to it. But I'm glad I did. Because it's actually like I've met people because of Thief. And it's like my life would not be the same without this game, so. Which is weird to say in a way, but like, it's true. I'm pretty sure these like, something happens if you step on this. Yeah. Your wife likes Thief? I don't have a wife. But I've met like friends and stuff because of people playing Thief and stuff. This guy's gonna wake up. Wife and life. Okay, yeah, I was like... Wasn't sure where you got that from, but okay. Makes sense. I don't have a wife, I don't have a life either, so. That's not entirely true, but... I forget where everything is. I'm literally just kind of wandering around right now. I think that exit passage is around here somewhere. It's there. Get over there. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry if I'm not clear on what I'm saying, so. I know I can mumble kind of sometimes too, so. I guess let's just go backwards. Here we go. Conveniently wood roof. That voice really reminds me of, what's it called? System Shock 2. Kind of sounds like the... Reminds me of the zombie kind of dudes on that game. Oh, you'll be sorry. Where did I come from? That way? That scared you as a kid? Yeah, I can imagine. It's kind of a jump scare kind of thing, because it's like, not only is it talking to you, but then you like walk up to it and it blasts you. Whoa. I've never played more than a few minutes anyway of the first System Shock, but I've seen someone else play quite a lot of it. Here's this place. I would like to play through System Shock 2 again sometime. Because that was a lot of fun. I also want to play... I just want to keep replaying the same games over and over. Like, I want to play Thief, I want to play System Shock, and I want to play Deus Ex. I'm really hoping, although I am not confident, I'm really hoping that the new... They're doing like a System Shock 1 remake and a System Shock 3. And they're maybe doing something else as well. I don't remember what it was. I remember it was very confusing. Maybe it was that they made the System Shock 1 Enhanced Edition, and they were making the System Shock 1 remake, and they were making a System Shock 3. It's like, okay. When are we going to get a new, good Thief game? That's what I want to know. Oh shit. I did see that recently, that the IPs were sort of changing hands. I forget who exactly owns, god damn it, who exactly owns what. But if it belongs to somebody else, maybe something could end up happening with it. Who knows? Hopefully good things. I'm not sure what you would do if you wanted to remake or enhance Thief. I don't know how you would do that. You'd have to make a new game and do your darndest to make it more like Thief 1 and 2. I'm just having a hard time even imagining what that would be like. I guess the same sort of game, but just new graphics, but I kind of like it. I part of why I like the game is because it looks ugly and it's like beautiful. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's perfectly in that place of like these missiles behind me are pissing me off, but it's like perfectly in that place of like just being like kind of good and bad and like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what word I'm looking for. I'm not sure how you're supposed to actually do this, because I usually just climb over one of these dudes and skip it. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know. Yeah, I'm struggling to think of how to describe what I'm saying, but it like perfectly fits like the aesthetic that it's going for without needing to have like insane graphics or something. I don't know. Just the right amount of like jankiness going on. Anyway, I got something down there. The Mystic Heart. Mystic Soul. Which I was looking for, but I don't recall how you exactly get there. Oh shit. Oh Lord, he's coming. Oh. I guess I may as well do this. Here they are. Still peaceful. No diamonds on hard mode, expert mode.
Good thing I'm not afraid of heights.
So haunting, yes. I almost don't want to pick it up because then you can't hear it anymore. Objective complete. I just think these ladders are like difficult to see on this wall. You can download the Horn of Quintus app from Google Play Store. What does it do? Does it just play that sound? Just get that and hide a speaker somewhere and just have it playing throughout your house or something. I think they're angry now, but they don't necessarily know I'm here. Shit. I'm stuck. Okay, now I gotta remember how to get to the... to that other place. I feel like I'm going away from it. That's that. Okay. How do I get over there? I could probably jump back over. Maybe. Here's that place. Go right. Wait, do I want to be over here? Or do I want to be back where I was? I guess I'll find it eventually. If I walk around. Because this is that other place. I was already here, right? Yeah. I think I might have to go down and then back up either way. So. Oh shit. I did not grab the ladder. Excuse me, sorry. Why am I not grabbing the ladder? Why am I not grabbing the ladder? I'm here again. That's that thing. Huh. Did I walk by it? Wasn't this the way out? I still gotta do this thing. The Mystic Soul. That's what I was trying to look for. Maybe that's why I'm confused. Were you trying to tell me to go here? Because I know where this is. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I was like, I didn't think it was up here, but yeah. That's the way out. Kind of want to go down there. No problem. Can I pull this off? They put me here. Okay. Can we pull off a secret move? It's trying to grab the edge. Nope, I don't think that's gonna work. I'm sure I could do it, but yeah, I was trying to get to where that firewalker is, but I think that's below. Like in the middle somewhere. As much as I've played this game, like I still don't know where stuff is half the time. That's that. This is that. Down below where this thing was. I feel like there's loot. Ouch. I didn't grab here. Well, there's my barrel I pushed out too. I suppose I can't easily get back up to where I was. I get lost all the time, which is part of why I don't like some of the new missions. It's like, especially the Thieves Guild mission, I hate that mission. It's not so bad if you're playing on, well, even on easy. It's like worse on like higher difficulties. Here we go. me alone. Oh my god. Ah. Here we are. There you go. No big deal. So now we got everything. Now we can escape. Oh shit. The zombies. You kill so many of them and they just keep coming. I didn't do the thing where you rebuild the skeleton, but that's okay. I'm here. I want to go down and then back up, kind of over there, I think. Wait, no, this is that thing. Here we are. Somewhere here. Ah. Mission complete. Down the bone horde. Let's see. What is the next mission again? We might be ending this stream because I should probably do some productive things today, but the ancient corruption was again contained. To do more would have upset the balance, but we knew to remain ever vigilant lest it resurface. Neither the hammers nor the pagans could be trusted to meddle. Keeper annals.
I had some money to spare after disposing of the horn, so it seemed time to invest in some new tools. Farkas is one of the few merchants willing to risk selling to an independent like me, and his prices are steep. But the other choice is to let one of the so-called city wardens give me orders, and take a cut of my profits. They've been after me for years to join one of their stables, but I'm not interested. Maybe they'll get the idea and give up. More likely, they'll just ramp up the threats. Nothing I can't handle if I'm careful. And lucky. and my luck seems to have finally turned for the better.
Yeah, I don't feel like playing Assassins right now. It's kind of it's a cool mission. I just really don't like the beginning part of it, honestly.